With G Unit Studios establishing roots in Shreveport, its arrival is set to significantly boost economic opportunities, economic growth, and sparking a new era of prosperity and creativity. Mr. Jackson founded G Unit Foundation in 2003 and has spent nearly 2 decades helping build young people and the communities in need and thriving. It is because of the investments, literally millions and millions of dollars of investments in Louisiana, and believing in our industry, believing in our people, believing in our culture, that we will see an economic impact of millions and millions of dollars, hundreds and hundreds of jobs, opportunities to demonstrate the expansion of what we've always believed as the film and entertainment industry that New Orleans and Louisiana does as good as anybody else. Today, we're honored to break this announcement, to highlight and amplify the incredible investments that Mr. Jackson has provided, not just as someone that you see or hear, but someone that has the business acumen, the cultural acumen, the ability to sit with the top level executives and communicate on levels that some would think entertainers don't. But I will tell you, this is a sharp brother.
Yeah.
This is a sharp brother who's putting his money where his mouth is. He's investing in people. He's investing in shortening the gap between the haves and the have-nots and creating black wealth in areas that it's never been before. So today, we are happy to have him here at the nation's capital to share this good news, not just with Democrats, but with Democrats and Republicans. He met earlier with leadership on the Republican side, and earlier before that with leadership on the Democratic side, demonstrating that the color of economy is green and making sure that that green makes it into all communities.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
A big round of applause for Fitty.
Yeah.
He has been a tireless advocate all over the world. Where there's injustice, you can see Ben Crump coming to offer justice. Where there's been someone slighted, you can believe that Ben Crump will be there to offer justice. Where there's opportunities for wrongs to be made right, there will be Ben Crump. And we're honored today to have our dear friend, my dear friend, a tireless leader and a lover of justice and fairness, Attorney Ben Crump.
Ben Crump. Thank you so much, Congressman Troy Carter, the Vice Chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, and the great Congressman from the great state of Louisiana. I'm Ben Crump, along with Attorney Steve Savi, Attorney Sue Ann Robinson, Attorney Craig Weiner. We have the pleasure of representing Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and G Unit Company and Productions as he fights for economic opportunity for all Americans.
Right.
Mr. Jackson is one of the most successful black entrepreneurs in America. We all know he was a trailblazer, Congressman Carter, when he invested in vitamin water when it was a little startup company, teaching minority business people how to invest successfully. And it's somewhat of an iconic tale because after 50 got it, Coca-Cola then came and paid $4.2 billion for it. And so he blazed that trail. We know about how he blazed the trail in the music industry. We know how he blazed the trail in the television production industry, as Congressman Carter just spoke about. But we're here today to talk about how he's trying to knock down barriers of equal access and equal opportunity to have a seat at the table in all industries. Just like he did going in Louisiana, where he invested millions of dollars to create thousands of jobs and millions of dollars being pumped into that economy. He's trying to do the same in the luxury spirit industry that is driven by the culture. However, it is void of having any black leadership at the culture, at the table. And that's why you're going to hear him talk about what this means and why it's so personal. It's about his son, his legacy, generational wealth, something that has been very elusive for many Americans, especially black people.
How are you?
The one thing I will say is this. He met with both sides of the aisle. And that was tremendous. He met with great leaders from like Congressman Carter and others in the Congressional Black Caucus, others from the Democratic side of the aisle. Then he met with Speaker Johnson and many of the leaders from the Republican side of the aisle. And they all agreed that economic opportunity is what makes the American dream real for all Americans. And so 50 continues to say to the leaders of the luxury spirit industry who try to deny black businesses an opportunity at the table, we're watching you. And the power of the consumers are watching you. And those who don't have a voice and a microphone as big as Curtis 50 Cent Jackson will know that not only is he fighting to make sure that his company is allowed to have some market cap in that industry, but he wants all of the businesses, whether black, white, brown, all to have an opportunity in that industry. And so make no mistake about it, if you ask why Curtis 50 Cent Jackson was here today, he was trying to blaze trails, knock down barriers, and say that just like you all want generational wealth for your children, well, we want generational wealth for our children as well. Without further ado, I give you the man who has influenced the culture, influenced communities, influenced business, influenced Louisiana, and continues to influence the global society, the one and only Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Give it up for 50.
This is definitely not my traditional platform. I studied this like my verse, just bust a rap. This is really exciting for me to be here. I got a chance to meet both sides today, and it feels really good. Like they don't agree. They agree on a lot of stuff. I mean, so to get them to agree on seeing me was an accomplishment itself, and I'm excited about that. They both got a chance, took time out over the media votes. Took time out to both sides, and I feel really good about it. I think the things that we got going on here are upside. We have great possibilities for good things going on for us. I mean, I don't want to damn look at this and put a bad tone on it. I feel like it's completely positive. But in my experience here, it's been great. And I wrote it was a whole muscle here that I'm not going to say. As far as today, I went to talk to them about economic opportunity for everybody. It's really exciting as far as that. Like, it's right there.
And we are here to only take questions about the black wealth agenda, the widening economic wealth gap, and talking about economic opportunities for everybody. So if you have a question to that end, we will take that question. Are there any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Ben Lauren from Black Press USA. What did Speaker Johnson say when you met with him on the issue of black business and black empowerment?
Where Mr. Johnson said he was here for economic opportunity for all Americans, and they talked about his investment in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is his home district, and how that's important that employment in Louisiana.
50, I have a question. A funny question and a follow-up. You know, you're always giving people opportunities. You're always putting people in position for they can provide for themselves. Does anybody owe you money right now?
Yeah, a few. Baby Satori Global. Most people owe me money. Look, a lot of this stuff, and I want it by Monday. Monday.
Let me
And just a
announce
follow-up,
quickly,
and just a
because
follow-up.
We have another member of the U.S. Congress has joined us. The Honorable Nikema Williams from Atlanta, Georgia, has joined us. Also want to mention that the artist, the philanthropist, the creator, had the opportunity, along with Attorney Crump, to meet briefly just moments ago with Speaker Emeriti Nancy Pelosi, which is significant as well.
Absolutely.
And just a follow up, because you said you want your money by Monday. You're big on deadline.